What keeps you going as a lawyer? It is also a Sisyphean task for lawyers who are on the right side of history.
What keeps me going is, I would say, love. I know that's a cliche, but Che Guevara said something about that, right? You have to be motivated by love, right? And I think you even have to love your enemies. And that's why I think that we should overthrow imperial capitalism and create a system that's actually premised upon meeting human needs instead of exploiting the vast majority of humanity to create profits for the small number of people who own the means of production. That's the honest answer. I wake up every day and I try and think, how can I meet human needs? How can I stand in awe of my fellow human and try to build a society that's more loving than this hateful murder machine that we seem to be trapped inside? There must be something more hopeful than this. And I think when you think like that, when you're like, I hope that we can build something better, because the alternative doesn't bear thinking about. Rosa Luxemburg said it in 1915. Think about that. That's 1 year into the First World War, right? The mass murder of working class people with machine guns, the worst barbarity that humanity had seen up until that point. And she said it's socialism or barbarism, and it remains as true today, if not more. So that's what keeps me going. What's the alternative? You're going to let the fascists win? You're going to let Zionism successfully eradicate Palestinians because they're the wrong race? No, I don't want to live in a world where that's allowed to happen. So I'll live and die fighting it. Recently, I've been fond of this expression about dying on the hill, right? Because I've been dragged into regulatory proceedings where I've been forced to try and defend tweets, successfully defended all these tweets that I've done, right? Like criticizing Zionism, saying, look, it's a racist ideology, and if you're a Zionist, you are racist. And obviously a lot of Zionists don't like that. And then this metaphor of defending the hill comes up, right? In the case of those tweets, the hill's not mine to abandon, right? The hill is Palestine. If you didn't want to talk about the hill, then you shouldn't have. But the point is, I'm not actually being asked to die on the hill. I'm lucky enough to live in an extremely peaceful imperial metropole where my life is not in danger the way that Palestinians are. And so I've taken to saying recently, the point is not to die on the hill. Like this idea that Palestinians are somehow morbid and they just love death. No, they just love Palestine. They live in Gaza. It's their home and they just love it. They don't want to die on the hill. Obviously, we all die and one day they will die in their home, but they just want to live on the hill. So I would encourage people not to die on the hill, just live on the hill, but love it so much that you would rather die than leave it. And then again, to negate the in our thousands and our millions, it's like the hill is the planet Earth, man. We all die here. We're all going to die on the hill, but like, why don't we just try and live on the hill together in this much more hopeful way? So that's how I stay hopeful. We're going to win. The Palestinians are going to win, and humanity is going to win. We're going to overthrow Israel. It's going to collapse, and we're going to replace it with something beautiful, a one state in which Jews and Palestinians and everyone can live together in peace. I really believe that. And we're going to overthrow imperial capitalism. Like, I don't want to live in a world where it's allowed to continue existing. I just think fundamentally we should be more ambitious than to allow this obnoxious system. And again, it's not just Israel, right? It's the entire system of social relations that allowed all these so-called nation states to sit by and participate actively in the mass murder of Palestinians because they're not Jewish. That's disgusting. I don't want to live in a world like that.